All right, here we go. Okay, y'all, it's the last week of the month, and we know that as Magic Week. And we've been talking about it. And if you were on Alita and Megan's call last night, you heard them talk about it. If you were not on there, you need to go back and listen to it because it was fire. But it's not Magic Week because something mystical is going to happen all of a sudden, but it's Magic Week because this is like the week where people decide to show up differently and things start to happen differently. Like ordinary effort that you would normally take on a regular day, those same actions turn into more extraordinary results because you show up different and you add urgency, courage, and focus to what you are doing. So it expands. Sometimes you don't even realize that you're doing it, but you just do it. You just show up different, and the urgency in your actions multiplies the results. So this is Magic Week. Now, it is also the first week of college football. And if you know me at all, then you know I love me some college football, roll tide. So I'm going to give you a couple of Nick Saban quotes today because whether you like football or whether you like Alabama or whatever, Nick Saban is one of the best ever to get motivation from. So one of the things that he says is mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. Y'all, if you want something different, you got to be willing to act different. And this is the week to do it. This is the week to put different actions into progress, into momentum. Get yourself moving. If you were on the call with Alita and Megan last night, then you heard a lot of really great things. And I want to re-emphasize just a couple of things that they said, and then I will move on to some other stuff. Because I felt like these things really stood out to me and were really important. They said, don't be scared to have conversations with people about plexus. Y'all, that's what we do. Don't be scared to have conversations with people about plexus. You have to have conversations. Don't wait for people to come to you. If you just sit at your house and you're waiting for people, nothing's ever going to happen. Y'all, conversations are the oxygen of our business. If you are not having conversations, then you're not keeping your business alive. You've got to have conversations. Just sitting around waiting on people, it's a trap. It is a trap that will move you nowhere. It will not move the needle forward in your business just to sit and wait on people to reach out to you. And I'm even talking about if you're constantly posting in your stories and you're constantly posting on social media and you're just sitting waiting on somebody to respond to those things, you're still not going to move the needle forward in your business. You have to be having conversations. You have to be messaging people. You have to have conversations. Like pick a number. Maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 15 or 20. Like decide what your goal is and how many conversations you feel like you need to have a day to reach your goal. Decide what that number is and hold yourself to it. Like set that goal and do not let yourself go to bed until you've reached that goal. But I'm going to push you a step further because I think a lot of times when we talk about having conversations, we talk about messaging people a lot, but you cannot just sit around texting people and messaging people. You've got to actually be talking to people too. Like stand in front of somebody and move your lips and have the conversations that tell people what you do, what you love, what these products do for people, what this opportunity does for people, why you do this. Open your mouth, have the conversations, lips moving, conversation in front of each other. Messaging, also important, but you also need to be having in-person conversations. They also said last night, the top key to success is your energy. Y'all, people are watching you. Your team is watching you. And your energy sells more than any facts that you ever share. You can get in your stories, you can get on Facebook all day long and share the facts about triplex and share the facts about this, that, and the other. But your energy is what is going to really, really, really reach people. Like people buy belief and they buy confidence. And if they don't see that you believe things and they don't see confidence from you, they're not going to buy in. So you have to have belief in your products, belief in the opportunity that we have, belief in the company, and belief in yourself. If they don't think that you believe that you have the ability to do what you're doing, they're not going to buy in. You have to have belief. And while we're talking about that, I will say if you're struggling with belief, you need to go borrow some belief from somebody. Look, I know some of you are thinking right now, I don't know if I can do this. I'm too new. I've failed before. I'm not confident enough. Whatever it is, some of you are doubting yourself right now. And that's normal to some degree. Every single leader who is hitting the ranks and earning the trips has been there at some point. You don't just come in and start with this unshakable belief that you are the person, that you can do this, but it's okay. You don't have to wait until you believe 100% in yourself, because you can still take action by borrowing belief from other people. What does borrowing belief mean? Like, how can you borrow belief? Where can you go to borrow belief? So you can borrow belief from your upline. If they say to you, I believe in you, I believe you can do this, lean into that truth. Trust that they know what they're talking about and believe them. Borrow belief from your stories. Look at the testimonies that you're posting, testimonies you see other people posting, and say, you know what? If it worked for them, it can work for me too. Borrow belief from your stories, from your upline. Borrow belief from your own little wins. We all have different wins in this business, whether it's wins in our in the physical side of things, or in our business, or whatever. If you've lost 5 pounds, that's a win. Maybe you've gotten off of soda. I was a Dr. Pepper addict. I got off of Dr. Pepper. That's a win. Maybe you got your first yes. Maybe somebody signed up with you and that was your first person that ever signed up with you. That is a win. Okay. So borrow belief from watching the little wins that you have. Proof that this is already working in your life. Proof that it's working in other people's lives. Watch that. And then borrow belief from your team. Let their energy, whether it's your downline team or your upline team, whether it's the people in the energy bus um, that you really look up to, whatever it is, borrow belief from your team and let their energy and urgency fuel you until your own belief kicks in. I love this morning, I don't even remember which group it was in, but I love in one of the groups this morning, Cheryl was shouting out Michelle Flint, who I know is probably not on this call because she teaches. And Michelle earned her first 150 credits for leadership retreat because she signed up 3 people. And Cheryl was saying she's only one senior silver away from also earning icon. Y'all, that's huge. But here's what I loved about it. Michelle replied and she said, thank you. And she said, my girl is halfway to senior silver. It's happening. Y'all, she's got the confidence. That is confidence. That is belief. She knows that it's going to happen. If you don't have that kind of confidence and that kind of belief, go borrow it from somewhere else. So when I say borrow it, I mean like look for people like Michelle. Look for people that you can latch onto and borrow the belief that they have. I heard it explained one time, belief is like a muscle, and the more you use it, the more it grows. So if you don't feel it yet, borrow it. When you are operating out of belief, when you believe in what you're doing, getting into action is going to build that belief. And then that belief is going to fuel even more action. Think about it. The times when you have felt like you were like on fire, you're really moving. You probably did something, some sort of action that produced a result, and you're like, oh, that's awesome. And then all of a sudden, that fueled you. Okay, well, if that can happen, then it can happen again. Let's go send some more messages or whatever. When you get into action, it builds belief, and belief fuels more action. And that's how you create momentum. Remember, Nick Saban said, mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. If you hang around people who have belief, then it's going to rub off on you. And that's why getting into this magic week and plugging in matters. It matters big time. While we're on the subject, I want to say this. Be bold in your posting. Be bold in your messaging and stop hiding. People can't say yes if they don't know what you're about. And if you're not posting boldly enough or messaging boldly enough, then they don't know what they're supposed to say yes to. So be bold in your posting and your messaging and stop hiding. Okay. We're not messaging people, especially this week. We're not messaging people just to say, oh, if you aren't interested, that's okay. No, we have to be bold in our messaging. This would be amazing for you and you deserve to feel better. Are you ready? Right? Or here's another message. Hey, Susie, you came to my mind today. I know that you've been wanting to do this and I don't want you to miss out. I've got 3 spots for free membership for 3 months and free, free shipping for 3 months and free membership. Kick in free membership for them. Do you want one of the 3 to be you, or should I pass it on to somebody else? Y'all, that is bold. It creates urgency. It creates FOMO. I mean, it's going to create the fear of missing out for them. Send them the message, be bold. And then if you feel like your funnel is empty, find new people. Some of you may be in Trish Rigger's Leadership Vault group. I'm in there. And I loved yesterday that she posted and she was like, I messaged 27 people this morning because I have not signed up the number of people that I want to yet this month. And she went on to say that she had followed up with everybody in her funnel and nobody was ready to sign up at this point. She said, that's fine. So I'm reaching out to new people. If you have like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 people you've been messaging and they're kind of like your funnel that you always go back to and you message them and they're just not ready over and over again, they're just not ready. You can't just keep sitting and waiting on that funnel of people to be ready. You've got to go out and find new people to talk to. That's the only way you're going to move your business. And so she said, she's always bold. I'm always direct. Does this look like a good fit for you? Is there something that you would want to order today? And then if they say they're interested, she's like, what time today would you be free to order it? Like, be bold in the things that you say to the people. She said, try all the things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and pivot. Okay. This week is not about perfection, but it is about identity. So there are things that we have to make sure we do and don't do. The first one is don't make excuses. Everybody has excuses. Excuses don't produce results. Last night, Alina and Megan had that vision to get on that call to invest in every one of us, to encourage us and motivate us for Magic Week. Alina's sitting there with a 3-week-old baby. She had been out at a football game, came home really quick to get ready for the call, had not even had dinner yet. Rodney brings her a salad. She's got it sitting on the desk beside her. Megan's having a baby at 6 days. Y'all, if they can do this, anybody can do this.
We got it.
You can't make excuses. It doesn't matter. Life happens to everybody. If you move anyway, you're going to see your business move. Don't make the excuses. Don't accept the excuses. If you move anyway, when life happens, your business will move. The other one we've already talked about is build belief. Borrow belief until you have 100% belief. Lean on your team's energy, the testimonies, wins around you, but build your belief. Don't disqualify yourself. You are not too new. You're not too far behind. You're not too late. Don't disqualify yourself. Everybody on this call has the ability to reach their goals. Don't disqualify yourself. This week is for you. And then the other thing I would say is be disciplined. One more Nick Saban gem here. I love this one. He says, discipline is doing what you're supposed to do in the way that it's supposed to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Sometimes we don't feel like doing it. Sometimes we're scared to doing it. But he says discipline is doing what you're supposed to do in the way it's supposed to be done, whether you feel like it or not, right? So you may have seen me post this at some point in the energy bus, but years ago, my son Alex is in the Air Force now. He's 20. But when he was 8 years old, we had gone home to Tuscaloosa, where the University of Alabama is, if you don't know that. And we went to the Hey Coach show, which was Nick Saban's Thursday night radio talk show. And Alex got to be picked out of the audience to ask him a question. I will repost the video in the energy bus after this call because what Coach Saban said to him was so valuable, not only to young 8-year-old Alex at that time, but for all of us in our businesses and in life. He talked to Alex about having passion, about having perseverance and grit, and about doing what his coaches tell him to do. Being coachable. Isn't that what we tell everybody? If you are coachable, you can do this. Have passion about it, be persistent, persevere, push through. It's something that every one of us can learn from and be motivated. So I'll link that. But bottom line is be disciplined, be coachable, be passionate about what you're doing, and have the perseverance to push through. Make your actions count. Don't just do things because you want to be doing them, but make your actions count. You can't just go through the motions. You've got to bring urgency and belief and purpose to every single conversation you have this week, whether that's a conversation you're having in text or messenger, or whether that's a conversation you're actually having with people face to face. Bring the urgency and the belief into those conversations. So I'm going to give you a couple of practical steps that I think every one of us should be doing today, this week, to kick off Magic Week and move things forward. The first one is follow-ups. This is the week to circle back and go back to anybody who has said to you maybe later or after payday. This is the week to go back to those people. End of month urgency changes things. Go back to them, offer them, hey, I've got 3 codes for free membership on top of 3 months of free shipping. I only have 3. Are you one of them, or do you want me to pass it on to somebody else? Go to them with urgency. Go back to those people. You know they've been talking to you. Some of them have been talking to you for over a year because they're very interested, but they keep putting it off. Create the urgency. It's time for them to jump in and do this thing. The second thing is use a simple question when you're talking to them. Message people. I just gave you some examples, but message people and say, hey, I thought about you today. Do you want me to send you the info about the specials I have this week? It's amazing. See what they say. Do you want the information? The next thing I would say is leverage your stories. Share a quick win from your own health journey or customers or somebody on your sideline that has had amazing results. Share a quick win so people can see what the products are doing. If you just always post graphics about, oh, this is Triplex. Triplex helps balance your hormones and balance your blood sugar. People aren't always going to connect with that, but people connect with stories. People connect with real life results. They want to see what could be possible for them. So post those things in your stories and be bold. When you go in and you're posting on Facebook or you're posting in your stories, be bold, be visible, something that people are going to see. Go live. If you've never gone live before, go live. That's not it's not my expertise, but I do it sometimes because I know that I need to do that. People want to see our faces. Post a transformation. If it's not your own, post somebody else's transformation. Share your story and your friends and your customer stories in a way that gets people's attention. Okay? We're not selling on lies. We're posting the truth, the actual results, but you've got to post it in a way that they're going to be interested in it. And then I would say ask people directly. I'm looking for 2 more friends to start feeling better with me this week. Is it you? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but be direct, be bold, and consistent action. It doesn't have to be fancy, but you do have to be consistent. So, Magic Week, it's the separator. People either coast through it or they jump in, they cash in, and this is the time for you to decide which one you're going to do. Are you going to coast along or are you going to cash in on the week? The heart of Magic Week is to make decisions, to decide where you want to be, decide where you want to go, and what you're going to do to get there. It's not necessarily about hitting a rank, but it's about who you become in the process of deciding what you're going to do. So when you get off of this call, don't leave the call and sit back and say, okay, I've worked my business today. I got on Power 30 this morning. No, that doesn't matter. Leaving this call and just sitting and thinking, okay, well, I've soaked in some information is not good enough. You have to go and you have to get busy. Leave this call, get busy in your business. Last night in my team call, somebody on my team was saying that they didn't know what to post or what to do right now. They feel like they've lost all inspiration for posting. If that is you, do not sit and wait. Do not sit and wait for you to all of a sudden figure it out. Go to your upline, talk to them, find a way to get into action, find people that you admire and whose posting inspires you, borrow from them. You might message them and ask them, hey, can I borrow the post you posted? And I am generally not somebody who posts word for word anything that anybody ever posts. So make it your own, but borrow from other people, get ideas from other people that you admire, but find a way to get into action. Borrow belief if you need it, but find a way to get into action. But the bottom line is that we have to go make this week count. And I promise you, future you is going to thank you for it. If you get off this call and you get busy and you get into action and you make things happen. And that's all I got for today. Anybody, any questions? Nope. All right. I'm letting y'all off of here 7 minutes early. Use that 7 minutes. You can send at least 4 or 5 messages in that 7 minutes before you go back to whatever you got to do at 10 o'clock. That's it. Bye, y'all.